Guys, today I will show you how you can dominate Hogwarts Legacy game from the get-go at early stages with low level character in 15 or less minutes. You don't need higher character than level 5 to be absolutely overpowered, because we're gonna pair up some ridiculous ancient magic shit with some spells and of course legendary gear, which you can find at Hogwarts Castle slash school. Why legendary gear is so goddamn important in this game? Because those will provide you with traits slash abilities. Of course, you can apply traits to your gear later on in the game, but it will take for you 15, maybe even 20 hours before you will get bench, which will allow you to apply traits, abilities to your gear pieces. So please, go and loot these spots and you will find this head, sun head. And the best part about this loot system in the game, that actually a lot of these pieces look straight up terrible, and you can alter the looks of your gear at any given point. But downside is, if you think about how much loot you can find in this game, you have only 20 spots in your inventory, in your backpack, you name it, and that's blowing my mind, because by deconstructing your items you are not getting any materials whatsoever. So, and the vendors are not that close to sell your crap, and I will not run to vendor to sell 1 or 2 gloves. So for me it's no, I'm always deconstructing. But these gear pieces are absolutely the best to use, and you can get them early on. For abilities, you don't need to invest points in other skills than these, guys. You can basically use your spells and increase their damage. And the reason is really simple. You need to apply or use crowd control spells. If you can summon maybe 3 enemies to you closer, you can use your damage skills, apply fire to your enemies. And next critical part here is to build up your ancient magic. And ancient magic regen is really simple. You need to dodge, maybe use your shield, counter enemy attacks successfully, do some combos, and with some practice you will understand how to do that. But the main reason why ancient magic is so dope, look how much ancient magic I'm getting back. That it can be one shot slash one tap huge enemies. Well, not bosses, but still you can deal really nice damage. And if you can regain that ancient magic quicker, that means you are much more efficient. And again, I would recommend you actually to invest your first 4 or 5 points at these abilities to regenerate ancient magic quicker, because other abilities are not that important to my eyes, especially if you will use legendary gear with traits. You don't need to summon 3 enemies at once, because if you will cast your fireball, for example, you can hit multiple enemies if they will be close to you. It depends how you will place yourself on battlefield, but I mean, this is super dope, and my ancient magic meter is always full. I can stack it really quickly by doing some combos. So I understand that you have only a couple points to invest at early stages, and the best thing to do for yourself is of course to invest in ancient magic regen. If you will not do that, maybe in 15-20 minutes you will get that one ancient magic shot, and that's a no-go. Of course, I would recommend you after that invest points in dark arts. Why dark arts is so goddamn good in this game? Because again, you are amplifying your damage. By using your magic, you are marking enemies, and it works. If you have played Division 2, it works pretty similar like Dilemma gear set. How Dilemma works in Division 2 I will not explain for Hogwarts Legacy fans or Harry Potter fans, but the synergy is really simple. You can mark multiple enemies and by damaging one enemy, all marked enemies will receive damage. And with that you are increasing your efficiency like crazy. At this given moment I haven't unlocked that perk yet, but also I didn't know that I had the points to spend. A game didn't told me that when I had 7 points to spend, so maybe you check your inventory, check your talents, and definitely after you spend 2 points maybe on ancient magic regen, go to your dark arts. Dark arts is absolutely must have, guys. I'm telling you. After that you need to use some spells, and basic spells will work for you really well. Leviosa, for example. I mean, you don't need anything much. I am right now in the game somewhere 25 hours in, and I'm still using pretty much the same spell combo between Leviosa. Invisibility is really strong actually. I would recommend you to use Leviosa. Confringo, I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Confringo Incendio is a swap between these two spells. Incendio is really nice because if you will boost Incendio, you will get like fire circle around yourself, so you can basically use Levioso to combine it with Accio. Accio will pull enemies to you, and then use Incendio. And if you're gonna pull maybe 3 enemies to yourself, you can use Incendio, because Incendio now will send that fire circle around you and you can damage multiple enemies at the same time again. And like I said, if you're gonna mark those enemies with ancient magic / curses, you will kill everybody really easily. And I mean, if you think about the opportunity and the fan factor, it's pretty goddamn dope actually. Like I said, you can do a lot of stuff, and I would recommend to get that ancient magic regen. Of course, multiply your damage with dark arts and curses. Afterwards, use crowd control abilities to maybe use your spells a little bit more efficient
to help you
to
find
deal
your
damage
way.
again to
This will
more
be
enemies.
incredibly helpful.
So I mean,
Thank you.
it's
Now,
early
sounds
stages
like
and
you've
you
quite
can
a day.
dominate.